What's going on, guys? It's JuderzGaming here, back from another video, and today I'm making a reaction video on Mr. Nightmare's Scary Stories. It's called 3 Scary Halloween Stories by Mr. Nightmare. Now, if you guys haven't noticed, I've been making some previous reaction videos before, so if you guys noticed, please check that out. Also, follow me on social media, and don't forget to like this video and share it to your friends and stuff like that. And to also share my videos from social media and to like them, because I want to get my likes up on social media too. If you guys want me to make more videos and like have more suggestions on what type of videos to make, then please let me know. Like gameplays, reactions, tutorials. That's the 3 main types of videos I'm going to make on my channel: gameplays, reactions, and tutorials. Like tutorials like software videos, you know, how-to videos, how to get your subscription ups, how to download the software, you know, how to record by using a software and stuff like that. But if you guys want to know more, it's best to search it up. So let's get to this video by Mr. Nightmare. Alright, I'm sorry about my camera quality. Well, you know, I think my camera slipped before, but I didn't mean it like that. It's just slip. You know, everybody make mistakes, you know. So he just made it on his channel not that long ago, and I want to be able to share this, you know, be able to react to this video. So it's a reaction video. If you guys want more to see more videos, please let me know. Also, comment or text or let me know on social media what type of videos you guys want me to make. Also, more gameplays are coming up. A lot of gameplays, like mobile gameplays, Xbox 360 gameplays, and I will get the camera closer this time. Instead of having it far back or slanted, I will try to get a straight angle. Alright, so gameplays are coming up, so don't go away. Okay, so when school start back, that's when I'll be making a lot of videos. Like, I wouldn't say a lot, but like, I don't know what my schedule's going to be when school start back, but when it does start back, I'll let you know my YouTube schedule and everything. I'll let you know when I'll be making my videos, on what days of the week I'll be making my videos. I definitely will make my videos on the weekends. Some weekends, because some weekends I have huge events I go to, so I probably can't. But some, if I was y'all, I'll basically say like Wednesday, maybe Tuesday, most likely Wednesday, maybe. It depends what I'm doing. Most likely a Friday, and most likely a Saturday. Sundays, maybe. So the maybe days are Tuesdays and Thursdays. That's a maybe, because some Tuesdays I'm busy and some Thursdays I'm busy. Now, after that, you know, just because I do something in the afternoon doesn't mean I'm going to not come back home and be able to have time to do whatever I want. Because when I have free time, I either have time to do my videos, play video games, watch TV or whatever, watch a movie or whatever. But if I want to make a YouTube video, then I do that. So just because school start back, there's no excuse. Even though you have a lot of homework or whatever, there's still no excuse. You guys have to be able to make time for your videos, because it's always good to be consistent. Because like I said, if you're not consistent, then that's how you get to lose more views and subs, and that's not a good thing for your channel. Because by you having a lot of subscribers, YouTube will like recommend your videos to other YouTube viewers and stuff like that. So that way you don't need to try that hard. But if you have a lot of subscribers, like YouTube already suggests some channels to you. Like for example, if you got, I'm not really a big fan of this guy, but his name Jacksepticeye, like Minecraft, Roblox. He do got good content, good game quality. He's a game YouTuber, but YouTube will recommend him to YouTube users because he has a lot of subscribers and views. So that's what I'm saying. But most likely when school start back, because this year coming up I'll be a sophomore, and a couple videos coming up too I gotta write down. I'm gonna have a back to school YouTube video, a YouTube video about I'm going to sophomore year, a YouTube video about a YouTube video, another reaction video, a couple reaction videos coming up, like random reaction videos and some gameplays, like mobile gameplays. So don't go away. But I just wanted to let you guys know what I'm doing on my channel. Alright, so let's get to this video, and let's get this video over with. Alright, I brought my Pringles too. My Pringles and my water bottle too. So let's get to it.
It happened on a night that I was the designated driver among my group of friends after a party. My friends were Michael, Eddie, and Daniela. We live in the country, so anytime we wanted to go to the bars or parties, we'd have to travel long distances. That's why it's such a big deal for one of us to be sober enough to drive.
Okay.
We were driving down the 513, which is an unlit highway littered with the occasional house or two, but mostly...
See, I already know what the problem is now. It's an unlit highway, at night, no cars, nothing. Maybe a couple houses, like, let's say 7 or 6 houses, you know, nothing out there. So for all of you guys who are like new drivers or like, you know, by yourselves when you're driving, it's always best to drive down a lit highway or a highway that has cars every now and then. Okay? You know, that's the thing though, you know? I already see where it's going. It's an unlit highway, no passing cars, late at night, like 2 in the morning, you know? Something's about to go down, I can tell.
Forest. The road leads to town where most of the bars are. This story takes place on the way back from town. Daniela started to cry that she had to piss really bad. I told her she'd have to wait a while longer, but not gonna lie, I started to get the urge as well. That mixed with the fact that Daniela was now screaming in her drunken fit, I figured why not pull over to the side of the road and just piss somewhere in the woods.
Go to a gas station.
Daniela got out first and disappeared into the crops on one side. I went to the opposite side of the road and slightly into the...
Oh, she go in the crops for it. You know, that don't make no sense. Why would you go in the crops for it? You know, always, when you guys are in this, if you guys ever get into this situation, don't do what she did. Go far away. That's my tablet right there. I almost dropped my Pringles. My fault. Okay, like I said, don't do what she did. You know, when you guys are like coming back from a party or going somewhere and you on a non-lit highway, I don't care if you gotta go to the bathroom. I go near the car. You know, word up. That's what my family do. If we out somewhere and it's like really dark on a highway we at, we don't go all the way in the woods like that. Never go near the woods like that. Never. You don't know who's out there, what kind of weirdos out there. Always stay near the car. So if someone do try to grab you, you can run back in the car real quick and drive off. Never go like that. Never.
Woods, just because I'm the type of person who can't have people watching me piss. I finished first and got back in the car. Eddie and Michael were singing to the roaring rap music playing on the radio, while I pretty much just sat there in silence, growing impatient. My 2 drunk friends didn't seem to find anything strange about the fact that Danielle had now been gone for 5 minutes, so I got back out to call her name. Michael has a much stronger voice than I, so when he screamed for her, it would be impossible for her not to hear. But still, she didn't call back. I didn't want to go in those crops, but I kind of felt like I had to since she's my friend, and I was the most aware at that moment. I forced Michael to come with since I was afraid to go in alone. Eddie stayed in the car, he was just too far gone at this point. With the flashlight from my glove box, Michael and I pushed our way through the thick, overgrown crops, walking in the only direction we could think to go, straight away from the car. Michael was calling Danielle's name while laughing his ass off. I could understand why he was finding it funny in his condition, but I just wanted to make sure she was alright and get home. Over the sounds of her own footsteps brushing crops aside, and Michael's laughter, I heard something else in the near vicinity. I put my arm out to Michael's chest to halt him. Now all that could be heard was the night breeze blowing through the crops. "What is it?" Michael whispered, to which I responded, "Shh." That. Michael called out Daniela's name again. I joined in, figuring it was just her trying to sneak up on us and scare us. And again, the footsteps stopped. So we walked a little deeper into the crops. That's when we came to a narrow clearing stretch. I don't know much about crops and farming or anything, but it seemed to be some little stretch for people to walk through. It was probably the width of 2 people, just enough to walk through. I looked to my left, as far down as the light would let me see, and then to the right. I could hear 3 footsteps, and then a couple crops pushed outward into the opening as somebody stepped into view. At first my light was only revealing their legs, so by default, under the circumstances, I assumed it was Michael. However, the light revealed it to be not Michael, but instead some random man who I'd never seen before.
Pictures and stuff.
His facial features weren't clear enough to give a good description, but he didn't look friendly. I ran for it back in the only direction I remembered coming from. I guess I ran so fast that it only took me about 10 seconds to make it back to the car.
Dad.
And he was passed out in the car at this point, so I didn't bother trying to get help from him. I was honking the horn to get Michael's and...
He's sprinting like it's an Olympic race. You know how they sprint? Well, I don't know if Olympic players can actually sprint in a time of 10 seconds. If they do, then that would be fast, man. That would be super quick. But nah, that's, 10 seconds is like, like a light. It takes for the light to turn on like a second. And not even a second, like 0.0000. Who knows? He sprinted that fast, man. I don't know why, but like in this first story right here, they messing up, man. If I was them, I'd be like, hold it. She messed up. Not them. She the one that went into the woods or the crops. No. You never go far away from the car. You always go where they can see you. So if something is going on strange, they can be able to help. That's why when you go different places like the woods, always go with one more person. But not only that, go with like 3 or 4 people, man. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 or 4 people. Never go by yourself. Or, if you go with one person, and they wander off and they gone and someone got them, that's just dangerous. Always go with like 5 people. So that'll be 6 people together. Always.
Hopefully Daniela's attention. The sight of that man just disturbed me. I didn't know if he owned this land or not. I continued to lay on the horn until finally, Michael came out of the crops dragging Daniela, who seemed to be out cold. I got out to help him lift her back inside of the car and plop her on the seat. Michael pointed out the gash on her forehead, as if she had been struck with a heavy, sharp object. Michael seemed to be sobering up pretty quickly due to the situation. He advised I drive to the nearest hospital, which was 10 minutes away. The drive there was not fun. It was full of panic and yelling. We brought Danielle in to have her wound treated as soon as possible. It was only then that Michael explained to the nurses, not me, that he saw some guy dragging her collapsed, unconscious body before fleeing deeper into the crops after noticing him. He never mentioned that in the car, but it made perfect sense now. That man in the crops with us that night did this. Daniela was awake after she got all stitched up, and she had no recollection of the entire night, from the moment we stepped into the party to the moment she got struck in the head.
That's just common sense right there. Always use common sense.
12:17, according to the green clock shining bright from my car's dashboard. I still remember that number as I was driving home from the night shift at the pharmacy I worked at. Taking the highway at this hour is a little dangerous since there's no lights, usually no other cars at that hour, and commonly deer would walk out onto the road, and you wouldn't notice them until it'd be too late if they were in your direct path. That's why I always drive slow on it, 50 max. As the road curved to the left, a clear row of reflective lights appeared in the horizon, which I quickly realized was the reflective tape of a row of traffic cones, as well as a flashing blue light in the distance. In front of them seemed to be the reflective material on a safety vest. I was so confused trying to figure out what the hell this was about that it didn't even hit me that I should be slamming on the brakes until it was almost too late. The car came to a halting stop as the horrid screeching of my tires stopped, and the man wearing the reflective vest started walking over to my car, arms out waving. I guess he was telling me not to move the car. As the man got closer, I could see what appeared to be a police uniform under the vest.
He ain't no
He
police
knocked on
officer.
my window with the joint of his pointer finger, so I took that as lower your window. I rolled down the window, better revealing the man's face. To give a good description, he was black, about 6 foot, skinny, slight stubble, and a left earring. He was kind of young, I'd have to guess around 25. He spoke in a very low, non-commanding voice, especially for an officer. He said, "License and registration, please." I paused for a second and asked if I did something wrong, because I definitely wasn't speeding. He paused as well and looked slightly to the left and then back at me. "Sir, this is a sobriety checkpoint," he said in once again a very non-commanding voice. I asked why he would need my ID and registration then if I had not yet been suspected of anything.
Nope. Get out of there. Get out of there. It's a trap, man. It's a trap. Setting you up.
He leaned back from my car and asked me to step out of the vehicle to begin the test. I opened my door and stepped out. Immediately I noticed the cop towered over me in height. He took a roll of tape out from his vest pocket and laid it down onto the ground, stretching it to a length of about 15 feet. He told me to step on the end of the roll of tape and place my arms out to my sides as I walked across the tape in a straight line. I easily did it with no issues, with the cop directly behind me the whole time, uncomfortably close. When I got to the end of the roll of tape, I could more easily see that blue flashing light. It wasn't sitting on top of a police car, it was sitting on some older, small sedan. I looked back at him and asked to see his badge, and he just looked at me with the blankest stare. It started to sink in, and I literally mean that, because I felt like my heart was sinking. This guy wasn't a cop. He said something next that I couldn't quite distinguish at first,
That's what he is.
but as he got to his car, I assumed he said, "I'll go get it 1 second." He was bent over into his car grabbing something.
Get out of there.
While he was distracted, I ran back to the car. He looked at me as I started the car and raised a gun up to me.
Get out of
It
there,
goes without saying, I put the pedal to the floor as the car jumped into an acceleration through the traffic cones.
Here you go.
I saw
There
the
you
headlights
go.
of the guy's car go
There
on
you
as
go.
I was a few hundred feet away,
Here you
but
go.
at that point, I was already going over 60, and there was no way he'd be catching me.
Dang.
I got off at the next exit, and as soon as there were street lights around, I turned off my car lights to draw less attention as I finished the drive to my house. I only wish I had a dash cam at the time so I could have gotten it on video.
But you got
I
away,
swear
though.
it would have wound
That's
up on the
important.
news.
See, that's smart right there. That's smart. You know, I wouldn't say he messed up on this one. What I think he should have done was ask for his badge and stuff. But if he didn't give it the badge, if he didn't give him his badge or show him, see, if someone was a police officer and you know, and they don't really look like a cop, it's best for them, you know, as they say, well, step out the car, you know, well, where's your badge at? Because when a cop pulls someone over, they like show their badge so they know that they're a cop and it gotta be a real badge. He didn't show no badge or nothing. He just told him to step out the car. He ain't no cop. He was trying to set him up and rob him or something. Or even worse, maybe kill him. Who knows? But what he did done, once he realized his suspicion, he didn't wait around. What he did was, you know, he got back in the car, and before he got to him, he sped off. So that's smart. That's a smart way to do it. So he did good on this one.
I was taking a drive from Maine to Upper New York to spend the week with family. I left right after work, around 5:30, so I didn't anticipate getting there until past 1 in the morning. I had the top to my Jeep Wrangler off so I could enjoy the hot weather. I was somewhere in Vermont well past midnight when the gas light flicked on and the car started beeping. Unfortunately, the gas gauge in the car was broken, so there was no way to gauge how much gas was left. I was told by my brother, who drove the car the previous day, that he filled it up to the top, but clearly he was either mistaken or lying, because I had not used anywhere near a full tank's worth of gas. One of those blue service signs zoomed past. I could see a gas station symbol in one of the boxes, so I turned off that exit onto a desolate road, which surely led to some kind of civilization. I wouldn't be finding out anytime soon, however, because the car started jittering and bumping around a bit, making weird noises that didn't sound good at all. A few seconds later, the acceleration stopped, and the car came to a helpless halt. I couldn't believe it, but I actually ran out of gas. I hopped out of the car and got on the phone with AAA, telling them my exact location. They said they could have a guy out to me in at least 20 minutes. I was grateful, but at the same time annoyed that I'd be waiting now for at least 20 minutes. For about 15 minutes, I kind of just strolled around my car slowly, looking down at my phone, texting friends about the situation, and checking social medias. It was so quiet. No sounds of distant traffic, no passing cars, just the sound of crickets and other night creatures in the woods. Then, I heard something walking around in the woods. The footsteps were decently heavy, so I had a hunch it was a deer or something. But the possibility of it being a bear wasn't far-fetched, given that this was bear country. I walked around to the passenger side of the car now, where the woods were, and where the sounds were coming from, just in hopes of seeing a deer or some other harmless animal. Then, there were two clapping sounds. Like, it actually sounded like a person clapping their hands. I moved a little closer to listen for it again. This time it was 3 claps. I called out to the woods, hoping in some weird way that someone would answer. But after I did, the clapping didn't happen anymore. I just stood there waiting for something to happen, but it was just silence. So I got back in the car and just waited. I heard footsteps once again coming from the woods, coming in my direction. Then it just stopped. I looked outside and saw it. The head, peeking from behind a tree, just ahead. It almost looked lifeless. The eyes, they just looked so lifeless I couldn't even tell if they were looking at me or not.
Nope, get out of here.
I was so focused on these details, I didn't even think to scream at the horror of what I was witnessing. I cranked the windows up on both sides and turned off the headlights. However, hiding in the car didn't make me feel much safer, since the entire top was off. Without the headlights on, there was complete darkness. I couldn't see 2 inches in front of me, yet I was surrounded by the night noises of the forest. I was ducking down below the dashboard, doors locked, yet still completely exposed to the outside, praying not to hear any sudden sounds like footsteps. I felt a sinking feeling in my stomach, however, as I heard someone grab the car door handle. I tried my best not to move or make any noise. I was waiting for someone to start pounding at the glass, or at the very least reach around the opening behind the front door to just unlock it. I was so exposed it wasn't even funny. And then, I felt a hand aggressively grab onto my back. I simply lost it and screamed at the top of my lungs. But suddenly the hand released its grip on my shirt as light began to fill the area, and the sound of a truck engine pulling up the road was music to my ears. I sat up and turned around to see the headlights of a AAA truck, but whoever was grabbing me was long gone already. I ran outside to greet the man who stepped out. He was a big dude in his 40s. I basically cried to him about what just happened, taking huge breaths in between each sentence. Something about his personality and presence was just calming and reassuring, however. He filled my car up with gas, and we both went on our ways. Even though something about that man's aura just calmed me down, the memory of what happened that night is still haunting, and the image of that lifeless head peering around that tree is imprinted in my brain.
So that's the end of the reaction video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And please leave the likes for this video, and don't forget to share this video, and also comment if you need to. Alright, I appreciate it so much, you know. I really appreciate it so much, you know, I just do. Alright, that was really scary video. It wasn't really scary, but like it was a story, you know, those stories about how it was scary. You know, me personally, driving on different highways at nighttime, I haven't encountered like a scary encounter on the highway, and hopefully I don't want to ever. But like I said, you know, it's all the way up to thinking. That first story though, I don't get why they should have just went to a gas station, but she had to go bad. Now, if it was a boy, get a cup, tell him to don't look, turn away, and then throw it out, and then pour it out the window. But a girl, I don't know, girl gotta, just stay by the car, like I just said, stay by the car. Don't go off in the woods. Don't go where we can't see you. All the way far down where you can't see the car. Just go at the edge of the road, take your little piss, you get back in the car, put your seatbelt on, then we out. And keep on going. That's the best bet for a girl. Don't, you can't be in a cup. So go on the side, take your piss, get back in the car, and we out. But before, if that would have never happened if they would have used the bathroom at the party. Use it at the party, Use it at the goddamn party. Use it at the party they was at, Go to the bathroom at the party. Then you go on the highway. That's what people do. They go to the bathroom before they go on long trips. Because when you're on a long trip, you got to wait to the rest stop. But if you can't wait, you gotta go on the side of the road. But don't go too far back. You don't know what's out there. The second story, it wasn't that bad though. The decisions, they asked but they didn't show it, and they told them to step out and they did it. And then they was acting suspicious. Once a police car, so that mean they had suspicious, and then they went back in the car and then he had a gun and he drove off. So that was smart, because he didn't wait around. The third story, it was just, come on now. I would have stayed in my car, had the AC on. But I would have made sure I got some gas if I'm going on a road. And the road he was driving on was nothing but forest on two sides. Like, who wants to deal with that, man? Drive on a lit highway. I haven't drove on a lit highway before with street lights. Occasionally, sometimes, yeah. But, like, still. Come on now. Make smart decisions. But anyway, that's the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed it, please leave a like. Also, don't forget to follow me on all social medias. I will appreciate it. Just follow me on all social medias. I really do appreciate it. If you follow me on all social medias, follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube Gaming, and more. Follow me. So here's quick updates coming up on my channel. Some more random reactions coming up. Some gameplays are coming up, and some tutorial videos coming up. So stay tuned. Don't go away. A couple of special videos are coming up for before school starts back. Like my sophomore year video. It's going to be my YouTube schedule for the school year, for the beginning part of the school year. And middle part of school year, and some special videos for holidays like Thanksgiving. I don't really do Halloween. If Mr. Nightmare makes a scary Halloween video, I'm gonna react to it. But I don't really do Halloween. I'm gonna do Halloween. I'm gonna do this Thanksgiving video. Excuse me. I'm gonna do a Christmas video. I'm gonna do spring break maybe, and that's about it. Because that's all the breaks that we got for school year. I got Thanksgiving break, Christmas, I got spring break, and that's it. And they are alone too, so we got to get breaks though. So if you guys have any questions, please let me know. Suggestions, please let me know. I'm just chilling like everybody else doing, just chilling. All right. So more reactions are coming up, and gameplays. Maybe some mobile gameplays and some maybe Xbox gameplays. I will try to get the quality up for that. More reactions are coming, so don't go away. If you guys like it, keep up those likes and views. I appreciate it. On one of my Mr. Nightmare videos, I had like over 500 views, which is a lot. So I thank you guys for that. Not all those views might like my videos or channel, but still, that I do got some views though. So if you guys have any suggestions, please let me know. Don't forget to add me. Everything you need to know will be down in the description down below. And I see you guys in the next video. And by the way, there's a couple things coming up. I got a couple announcements for this channel. Alright, just gotta think of. Okay, I'm thinking. What's the announcements? Okay, so the announcement's going to be, like I said, the announcement is going to be, alright, so the announcements for this channel is, if you guys want me to feature your YouTube channels, please let me know. Got a little hiccups. Like I said, if you guys want me to feature your channel, please let me know. A couple announcements going to be special videos, you know, special event videos, live streams, and some more tutorial videos. So that's the special announcements. You know, thank you guys for all the good support you guys been giving me. You know, this is something I like to do on the side. Like I said, I might be able to make videos during the school year. On some weekends, most likely not, because I have big events I go to and some places I go to, like far places. But like I said, if you guys really do have any suggestions, please let me know. Some gameplays are coming up, like mobile gameplays, Xbox gameplays, and some reaction videos coming up, but not scary reaction videos, but like random. So I'm going to make like different random reaction videos to different YouTubers, but so don't go away. And the reaction videos, it's not going to be like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. It's going to be like, you know, last year, maybe last year after that, maybe 2014, because sometimes I react to old videos and stuff like that, but they really went viral because of maybe the content and stuff like that. So see you guys in the next video. Love you guys. Thank you guys for all the good support. I don't know why I'm stuttering, but thank you guys for the good support, and peace out.